Hello, 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 and welcome to Coffee Time, where we look at the daily news, usually from the Daily Mail website, and we can see if we can, I don't know, make some fun of it. Oh, there you go, breaking news. Bank of England has trimmed interest rates down from 5% to 4.75%, so we got 0.25% off, but I doubt it will be reflected in mortgage rates. You know what it's like. But hey, you never know. Is this the result of Trump getting in? I don't know. Maybe things are turning round. Another breaking news story: MP Mike Amesbury has been charged with assault. We did cover this. He was on Amesbury is the MP for Runcorn and Hillsby. Here he is. He's happy here, but I imagine he's not very happy at the moment. And he was caught on CCTV appearing to assault a member of the public, one of his constituents, for his MP for Runcorn and Hillsby. And he was involved in a fight in the early hours of Saturday, October the 26th, in Frodsham. And he was seen attacking Paul Fellows. Apparently the pair had been rowing in the taxi queue over the Labour's winter fuel payment cuts and the closure of Sutton Weaver Swing Bridge. And a Cheshire police spokesman said the charges follow reports of assault on Main Street in the Cheshire town. And this is the fellow who he attacked. And too true. That's good. Again, there's no date of when he's up in court, but yeah. Just says he's set to appear at magistrates on a later date. Oh, interesting. Here we go. I think this is the Trump effect. I said once, I talk to you, Mrs., because this is what I'm doing this for. This is the only person I know who watches daily. Oh, and Andrew and Clive. But I said Russia versus Ukraine. I did say Russia will up their attack on Ukraine because Trump's only president-elect at the moment. It's not until January that he takes over. And yes, Russia today has demanded that Kiev's allies enter into negotiations with Moscow in order to halt its attack on Ukraine. Yeah, they're asking for a peace deal. Yeah, you can read it as that. The head of Russia's Security Council, Sergei Shoigu, made a call for negotiations, saying the West faced a choice between entering into talks with Moscow or continuing the destruction of the Ukrainian population. And this is what's happened. There was Kiev was pounded by a drone attack overnight, and again they're making overtures to end it all because Trump is back again. Trump is back. Tell your friends. This is to be expected. Again, the Ukraine conflict happened because of Biden, and this is to be expected. There will be peace. There will be peace. Oh, good news, everybody! There's a new Norovirus alert. Oh, Jesus! Oh no! Of all the viruses, Norovirus is the one. Norovirus is the they call it the winter vomiting bug, but it's more like, in the old days, I think they used to call it dysentery because it comes out of both ends, sometimes at the same time. We've been victim to Norovirus in this household many times. But yeah, there's a new variant dubbed Kawasaki. Oh dear. Because it was first spotted in Japan. I thought you weren't allowed to do that. They banned Kung Flu, didn't they? Now we've got the Kawasaki. Oh, I had a bad dose of the Kawasaki's last night. Oh, blimey. But yeah, according to figures released by the UK Health Security Agency, that's the UK HSA, there were 447 confirmed cases of the bug between October 14th and 27th. This is 16% higher than the 384 that reported the previous fortnight. And it got a little. Look, COVID versus Norovirus. Who's gonna win? Will it be the Vid, or will it be the Kung Flu, or will it be the Kawasaki's? Can you get both at the same time? They do share symptoms, so be careful out there. But they are warning people, if you have the Japanese trots, I think we call it. Can we call it that? To stay at home. Don't go out. Yeah, stay at home for 2 days, because this is a new ultra infectious variant. God, yes, this is what we need. This is what we want. Again, Norovirus comes from shellfish. Yeah, fascinating, and not washing your hands. So, yeah, wash your hands. Wash your hands. Gory Godbowl, Deputy Director of the Gastrointestinal Infections at the UK HSA. What a role. I want that role. I bet they get to the bottom of everything. If you have diarrhea and vomiting, do not return to work, school or nursery until 48 hours after your symptoms have stopped, and don't prepare food for others during that time. If you're unwell, avoid visiting people in hospitals and care homes to prevent passing infection in those settings, of course. And it says to rest to have a lot of fluids. But I remember the very first time I had norovirus, I thought I was dying. It was one of the worst things I've ever had. I remember laying in bed thinking, am I dying? Because I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink. I was just in a terrible state. But now, because I've been through it so many times, the last time I had it, it was a mere trifle. It was a mere trifle. But yeah, new norovirus. This is what we want. This is great. Excellent. Okay, shall we do this one? Social media users reveal the most outlandish sexual fantasies they've lived out. This is quoted here, an hilarious Reddit thread. I'll be the judge of that. I'll be the judge of that. So, oh no, there's not a list. I'm going to have to read it. I don't have to read it. So the thread begins with a question from a user. Fantastic Ant 4429 is the 4429th of the Fantastic Ants, who says, "What is a sexual fantasy you do not recommend fulfilling?" Some of the suggestions that were upvoted was having sex in the desert. Again, sand gets everywhere. You don't have to be in a desert. Beaches as well. Sand. Oh, in your Jap's eye. You don't have to say Jap's eye anymore? Oh, blimey. In a library. On a plane. Again, it's the old Mile High Club and everything. But Reddit user El Presidente 714 admitted trying to have sex in the desert at night when coming back from Vegas. But he said that they were met by creepy, crawly desert things that don't sleep at night. Meanwhile, Don Smitty said a buddy in high school, it was him, covered his girlfriend, including her area, in chocolate syrup, but it didn't end well. She got infected with a crazy yeast infection. Doing it in a storage unit was another unusual fantasy which ended badly, with the one user writing, "There's a closing time, and if you miss it, you'll get stuck behind the gates for the night. Then the people who live there start rustling." Ooh. Ooh. And one user, Hot Snake, an appropriate name, said, "Don't put your penis in a glass of wine because it really stings." What? Yeah. Threesomes were also off the table, with one user, again, big long name, not going to try and say it, said, "If I wanted to disappoint 2 people at the same time, I'd have dinner with my parents." I like that joke. It's very, very good. Very, very, very good. So yeah, there we go. It's yeah. If you've had a sexual fantasy that has gone wrong, leave it in the comments section below. I won't read it. I don't want to know. Does anyone really care? Meanwhile, did you know we are gripped by anticyclonic gloom? No, it's not watching this thing that I do. Yeah, I know it's a bit gloomy, and it's like looking into the face of misery. But yeah, apparently Britain is gripped by a weather phenomenon known as anticyclonic gloom, which leads to fog and grey clouds. And guess what, folks? The sun could be blotted up for another 10 days. It's not doing my sad any good. That's seasonal affective disorder. I just want to go to bed. But yeah, most of England and Wales have had no meaningful rainfall since October 28th. And yeah, we've got this anticyclonic gloom. And the Met Office has confirmed it this week. We've got low cloud, mist and fog. I mean, if you've been out in it, there's moisture heavy in the air. But it's not raining, but it's very, 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 very moist. And there's a house in Oxfordshire, in Dunsdon, under the gloom. Yeah, that's what my heart looks like at the moment. The inside of my heart looks like that. And here is the anticyclonic action in action. Well, it's not moving. It is in action. It's not moving. That wasn't even funny. So yeah, anticyclonic gloom. Try and introduce it into conversations with your friends. If you've got any friends, you're watching this. I assume you haven't. So yeah, anticyclonic gloom. No, actually, this is what the inside of my heart looks like. It looks like that. It's like you're walking across a bridge and you're wondering whether to throw yourself off it or not. That's exactly how I'm feeling. What else have we going on about Black Friday? And everyone's suddenly noticed about the size of Gary Barlow's son. Now I already did it. I went there first. I was first. I threw my hat into the ring, but apparently it's become a viral sensation. Apparently, for those of you who don't remember, Gary Barlow's son is a bit like Donald Trump's son. He's a big lad. They've obviously fed him well. They've fed him very, very well. And people were making memes. They were making memes out of it. Like this one. This is Gary Barlow's son handing his phone to his dad. I like that one. That one amuses me. See, because it's small and his hand is big. Do you get it? And this is Gary Barlow reading his son a bedtime story. Yes, they're doing the elf thing. And here's Gary Barlow having a go on his son's PlayStation. I like it. This is what social media is about, you know. And here's Gary Barlow asking for his son for a cuddle before bed. There you go. And here's Gary Barlow's son's football shirt being hung out to dry. There you go. So it goes on. This is Gary Barlow standing next to his son whilst he's eating a croissant. I'm here all day. I've got about another 10 of these to get through. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll stop there. We'll stop because I could just. I'm enjoying myself too much, and you don't want to see me enjoy myself. Do you want to? Should we do a tribunal? This is an interesting one. This is a NHS nurse who was suspended, right? Jessica Thorpe. Here she is. She was an NHS nurse, and she was suspended by the NHS after a patient claimed, right, that they're having an inappropriate relationship and that she was pregnant with his child. Right? There's no basis to any of this. And the fellow who made the complaint, who's named only as Patient X, was in a secure facility for men who have come into contact with the criminal justice system, i.e., he was a prisoner. That's a polite way of saying he was in prison, right? And he died in the December of the year he made the complaint that he claimed this. Now, you'd think in any normal world they'd go, loony. Is she pregnant? Nope. Has she had a baby? Nope. If she's got a baby, doesn't look anything like him. But they didn't do that. No, the NHS didn't do that. They suspended her. Right, she was placed under an investigation by the hospital trust in April 2020, 3 days after the patient made the claim. And she'd worked for Cumbria, Northumberland, Tyne Wear NHS since 2016 as a healthcare, and later as a nursing assistant. And then her suspension was continually extended. But she quit a month after she was finally told in October 2022, so that was over 2 years, that she could return to work. But yeah, she said that the trust had failed to acknowledge the grievance she'd had raised, or even addressed any of the gossip about the alleged relationship from colleagues. But yeah, she successfully sued for unfair constructive dismissal, breach of contract, and unlawful deduction of wages. And she said, these last 4.5 years have been torture for me. I didn't deserve a second of it. Again, you know, they tried to spin it around to her and say, well, she left because she's got a burgeoning social media career, which she denied. She said she'd started her YouTube account, which is called Slice of Jess, and apparently she earns almost £20,000 a year. Good for her. I may make a fraction of that. Send money now, folks. Send money now. But no, they found in her favour. Judge Simon Lloyd told the tribunal hearing, tribunals concluded there was no reasonable or proper cause for Miss Thorpe's continued suspension or being placed in double jeopardy after July 21st, 2021. And yeah, this is it. And yeah, she was told that the allegation relating to patient X was not upheld due to a lack of conclusive evidence. And her compensation will be decided at a future hearing. Again, they had it in for her. The NHS is a very strange place. It's not the wonderful establishment that you banged your pots and pans for back in the day. Do you remember that? You know, it can be very, very odd, and it can treat the nurses very, very badly. What else have we got? We have, there you go. I think I might make an offer for this. This is somewhere it's somewhere I can go to. I don't know if anybody else wants to go there. You can now buy your own uninhabited Scottish Isle. Yes, an island is up for sale, which boasts 10 acres of agricultural land, and it's regularly visited by otters, seals, and seabirds. This is Ilian Loch Osker, which is an uninhabited croft off the west coast of Scotland, and I'm getting Craggy Island vibes. Down, 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 down. I don't know. I quite fancy it myself. I can imagine having a little tent on there. Me and the dog. It'd be great. What do you reckon, Mrs.? Do you fancy it? And look, here are some seals. You also get porpoises. Yeah. But yeah, the previous owner was a tenant farmer who acquired the croft in 2013, and they have a farm on the neighbouring area of Lismore. So there you go. You can get your own island. How much? £125,000. I think it's very, very reasonable. I think it's very, very, very reasonable. But yeah, you can't build on it. permission's unlikely to have a building. So I think you might get away with a tent. But yeah, the Loch Oscar is not the only Scottish island to go on the market in recent months. In May, the 270-acre Tors, also in the Inner Hebrides, was listed for £1.5 million for the first time in 85 years. And in July, Coppensay went on the market, offering buyers both an uninhabited island and a lighthouse keeper's house for £80,000. I thought, I'd love to live in a lighthouse. Well, that'd be good, that, wouldn't it? Mind you, I imagine the bills would be expensive. Oh, not very good. Meanwhile, Trump news. We're going back to Trump. I'm just loving it. I'm just loving everybody losing their minds over it. I don't know. It just pleases. It pleases me. It pleases the chaotic in me when I see these people weeping and getting upset. But one of the groups that helped Trump to victory was the Amish. Yes, apparently the Amish voted for Trump in Lancaster County, which is the heart of the state's. This is in Pennsylvania, the state's Amish community. One member reportedly rode his horse and cart through the roads carrying a billboard proclaiming, "Pray for God's mercy on our nation." But yeah, the Amish voted for Trump. Though that one doesn't say, it just says vote, that one doesn't say about voting Trump. So, but again, you know, and here's an Amish fella turning up to vote. They reckon it was so that helped him swing Pennsylvania. Look, here we go. How do you know he could be voting for Harris? You just don't know, do you? It's a private vote. How do they know this? But yeah, they reckon it was after a raid. Donald Trump tweeted, right, in support of them because government agents have stormed a local Hamish farm in a row after selling unpasteurised milk. Again, they trade milk with each other. It's not on general sale, it's between themselves. And Trump tweeted, imagine what law enforcement could accomplish if they went after members of elite paedophile rings rather than farmers selling to their neighbours. And one source for the Amish said, this was the impetus for us to say we need to participate. This is about neighbours helping neighbours. This is after the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture raided Amos Miller's farm on January the 4th, and it caused outrage. It caused outrage. And one quote is, if you think about Amish people and their connection to nature, some of these people work in the fields barefoot to be closer to the earth. And they showed their support, and they reckon that they voted for Trump in big numbers. So there you go. Meanwhile, we're getting they reckon loads of celebrities are fleeing the US to come and live in the UK. We don't want them. America Ferrara is one of those. She was in Ugly Betty. Do you remember that? And here she is leaving to come and live in the UK. She's going to have to get used to the anti-cyclonic gloom. Maybe she'll watch Coffee Time. I doubt it. Yeah. Who else is leaving? Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes have left the UK. Left for the UK. Oh, I did not know that. Though they're saying Sophie Turner, here she is with her ex. Well, she's a Brit anyway, so she comes from the UK, so it doesn't really count, does it? But yeah, they reckon that Hugh Jackman he might be moving here too. He does a lot of filming in the UK, so you know. So yeah, we're going to be flooded with US celebrities. Meanwhile, the Democrats are blaming George Clooney. It's all Clooney's fault. All because he demanded that Biden quit. Everyone was demanding Biden quit. He should never have run in the first place. If they'd have retired him at the beginning of the race, maybe Harris might have had a chance. But like I said, deputies very rarely do well. I mean, crikey, if they'd have put George Clooney in, I think he might have had a better chance. Meanwhile, late night TV hosts are melting down over Trump's victory. They just don't get it. They're all upset. Those liberal tears are flowing strong. Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel and Fallon, both, all of them, just, they weren't happy. They weren't happy. And it's a shame. Look, 4 years, it'll be over. It'll be over. You just got to get through it. It'll be fine. What else have we got? UK shoplifting hotspots. What's a hotspot not? A good spot. Does anyone remember that? And here we go. This is a map, and obviously the darker the colour, the worse it is. That's not good. That's Nottinghamshire. Yeah, that's no good. It's Cleveland is the worst. Meanwhile, if you're in that's not North Yorkshire. Norfolk, 26th. That's not bad. Diffid Parish Police, 32nd. And Cumbria, 30th. So there you go. You get an idea of just how bad it all is. Fascinating. I reckon 15 million quid's worth of stolen goods were taken last year. Okay, so I'm just reading stories here that don't really make any sense. So I'm not gonna. You've got to kind of edit as you go here, you know. Oh, here's a warning. This is consumer news. You've heard of Shane, haven't you? Shane. That's not Liam Gallagher saying shine. Shane. Rebecca Clark was horrified when she heard her daughter. She was screaming. Right. She'd been applying a set of fake nails. These were those acrylic stick-on nails and quick-drying glue. The mother had bought them for her daughter to use, but after sticking on a clump of the nails, Jasmine reportedly was a bit clumsy and dropped the glue bottle, spilling some of its contents on her leggings, and it burnt through the fabric and almost immediately caused blisters on her skin. And here is the blisters. Blimey, that's some pretty intense glue, isn't it? And this happened with literally minutes. The mother said, well, she rushed her daughter to A&E, where doctors were forced to drain the blisters, one of which became infected. And yeah, she's got burn-like marks on her skin. And the doctors have said that Jasmine will be. There's a high chance that Jasmine will be scarred for life. So you've got to be careful. And here is mother and daughter together. So you've got to be careful out there. Again, this stuff from China. How much was it? I think this was the product costs about £1, I think it was. Yeah, 94p. So yeah, well, be careful out there. Be careful. Meanwhile, Andrew Tate says he's moving back to America. Meanwhile, male commentator branded sexist for saying that Lioness player Ella Toon has a face like a smack bum. That's not sexist. That's saying that someone's miserable. It's, you know, it's a euphemism. You know, it's like saying it's got a face like a bulldog licking piss off a nettle. That's not sexism. It's just a way of expressing yourself. God, people are stupid. If he called her a miserable old bint, that would be sexist. Possibly. I don't know, maybe. Meanwhile, foodie news. A chip shop has launched its Christmas dinner menu. Yes, this is Cromer's Classic Fish and Chips in St Andrews in Scotland, where you'll be able to feast on battered turkey, pigs in blankets, and Brussels sprouts. Hold the sprouts, please. And here we are. This is outside the shop. This is an example. She seems very happy. She's very happy with her portion. She's like, I can imagine she enjoys a big portion. And yeah, I mean, it's November the 7th. Are you feeling like Christmas? Stuffing balls? No, it's just a cut of these jeans. And yeah, so Cromer's is open until 5 p.m. on December the 23rd, before closing for the holidays, reopening on December the 27th. There you go. So go and help yourself. There you go. I'm hoping for some animal stories, so we can end this misery. Meanwhile, Russell Brand's father has come out defending his son, who's being charged over historic sex offences. Ron Brand, who's in his 80s, you've got to remember, he's the guy that took his son to the Far East, and they shared, how can I put it politely, they shared a lady of the night together. Isn't that nice? I mean, I know it's nice when fathers and sons, you know, share a hobby. And I think Russell Brand was like 15 at the time. 15, 16. I mean, the mind boggles, but you can see where he gets it from, if you know what I mean. You can see where he gets it from. And meanwhile, Trump has dismissed Keir Starmer. They reckon he will dismiss Keir Starmer as a lightweight woke lefty and a negotiating novice. This is from a top US analyst who'll believe that. Again, he also says that David Lammy will be fired from the Foreign Secretary role. I don't think any of the... Look, you've got to remember, Boris Johnson slated Trump terribly when he was Mayor of London. Still turned up. It's called politics. It's what they do. They politic. Meanwhile, French President Emmanuel Macron is ridiculed because what did he say about he said about being conviction, about his conviction. He said congratulations. This is a tweet on X. He says congratulations, President Trump. Ready to work together as we did for 4 years with your convictions and mine. You don't mention the convictions. You don't mention the convictions. Okay, here we go. We can do this. This is a bit of a sad story, but we're going to end it. We'll end it here. This is the fallout of the flooding in Valencia, in Spain, and a football pitch has been turned into a makeshift holding area for all the pets who are without owners. The result of the floods has seen dozens of dogs, cats, ferrets, horses, donkeys, turtles, even an ostrich have been found by the search teams. Again, who knows? Maybe their owners are not with us anymore, because many people have gone in the flood. And this is at the Sporting Benny Maclet in the centre of Valencia, and he's one of the dogs that's been found. He's a cat who's been checked out in this makeshift sanctuary. Here they are. Here's another dog with a pile of leads and dog food that's been donated. And yeah, everyone. This is a dog who's been fostered by British maths teacher Andy Lofthouse. And yeah, it's a real problem. Again, you don't think of the cost to the animals. You know, many of the animals would have survived it. Many of them wouldn't have survived. But yeah, birds as well have been found after the storm. And here's all the supplies that have been donated. And yeah, let's hope they can all find a new home, because that is a one result of that tragedy that nobody really thinks of. What else have we got? Oh, it's refreshed the page. Have you ever been on the underground? A video shows exactly what it takes. The underground, the tube. We might end on this one. This is what happens when you clean 4 seats deeply. Look, you see that bucket of sludge? Yeah, that's posted by Stephen James, who's known as Mr. Carpet Clean. He was power washing seats on the Northern Line at Camden Town. Well, Camden Town. So, yeah, not good. Just stand up. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia has been hit by a freak hailstone, turning it into a winter wonderland. Wow, there you go. Better than our gloom, isn't it? And that's it. I think we'll end it there, because there's no more animal stories. Let's see if there's anybody in. Oh, let's see. 12 people in. Andrew's in. He says hello. I'm in. Vanity is all vanity indeed, and Andrew's getting chips later on. Dog cam? No, she's not here. Sorry, you can't have it. Anyway, that was news. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I'm very sorry, and we'll do this all again soon. Killing the channel one video at a time. You know, you got to drink it up. Ta-ta.